now we have our game. Now, kind of a basic working game, but to make it a little more interesting, besides upgrading the look and things like that, let's add a score. Now, there's different ways to do a score. You can have like your traditional score, which would be sitting up here or something during the game, and you would watch it. But I want to do it a little bit differently, so I'm going to put my score actually inside my player here. And so you'll see the score increase as the player moves along. And the kind of score I'm going to do is just a second score, meaning the amount of time that you're alive. You get 1 point, let's say every quarter of a second or something. That'd be 4 points per second for as long as you stay alive and don't hit an obstacle. And then you'd have a high score at the end that you would try to beat as much as possible. So to do that, we're going to need to create an attribute. And you're pretty familiar with this, so it'll be a game level attribute. And we'll hit a plus button here. And it's going to be an integer because we don't want the score to be like 2.3 or anything like that. I guess you could try it, but we just want to have whole numbers there. So I'm going to do integer and call it game score. Notice I capitalized the G and the S in game score there. Cool. Okay, so now I need to have a player, kind of a score, or I need to have a way for that score to go up little by little. So I'm going to go to my actors and I'm going to hit player here. And then I've got a lot of stuff now starting to build up in player. So I'm going to add a group here just to help organize it. There's the group. And unfortunately it opens everything up, so it's a little bit of a hassle. And I don't want anything inside my group yet, so I'm going to take that out of the group. There we go. And I'm going to call this group, I'm going to change it to scoring. So all my scoring stuff will be inside of here. Now, the first thing I'm going to need to do is have a timer of some sort so that the score will increase by 1 every, I'm going to say every quarter of a second. You'll see how that works. So I'm going to add a timer here. And then every 0.25 seconds. Cool. Then I want to do a change attribute, and the attribute is over here. That attribute is score. So let's do a change attribute. Change attribute. Cool. And the attribute is it's game level. So it's game dot game score. There it is. Game dot game score. And I want that to go up by 1 point each time. So I'm going to click here. And click in here, and then I'm going to go game dot game score plus 1. Plus 1. That should work there. And I hit update. Okay, so every time a quarter of a second goes by, the game score is going to go up by 1 point. So that'll be 4 points per second. That'll be kind of fun. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can do it 1 per second if you want. It's kind of fun to watch a score, I think, to go up quickly. Now I need a way to display that score. So I'm going to use the display text here. So display text. And the text I want to display is going to be the attribute, right? So I got to click on here to get there. Click on here. And that's game.gameScore. If you wanted to, you can make it maybe more simple and just name your attribute score instead of game score like I did over here. That's up to you. And I'm going to change the name of this to let's see, display score. And I could change the name of the timer to timer change score. Okay, so let's see what happens when I hit play now. So you see that number there? It's right on it. Oh, I broke it a lot of pieces. And you can see then how many seconds or what my number is. If really it's, remember, it's 4 per second each time that I go along. So my goal then, of course, is to increase that score to get it as high as I can. And later on, we can do something where it would land, maybe it would show, go to another screen and show what your current score is, what your current high score is. Okay, try that out and see what you think. Okay, go.